Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Do you remember when I was telling you that the Western Europe will pay for its Russian gas and oil in rubles? Well, if you don't, you can check my videos. I was saying that even though the proud French president and German Chancellor Macron and Scholz were definitely refusing to pay in rubles. And they said the contract is a contract and all this, but their sanctions are still part of the contract, I guess. And now the embargo they tried to put on Russian fossil fuels contract is a contract. So nevertheless, we got some, again, some news that confirm what I was saying, which is the industrial interests, the businesses, they dictate what the politicians are going to do. Why? Because they're the ones with this, among others. So let's go and see. This article comes from the oilprice.com on May 10th, 2022. And this is the title. Top German gas buyer concedes to Russian payment scheme. Of course. What are they going to do? Who's going to sell you gas? Anybody? No. But anyway, do some certain things and you think the war or the Russians will lose in 5 minutes or the Ukrainians will win in 2 minutes or the Russians will back down or the Russians will be, crying and the sanctions will work and all this. Yeah. It says here, one of the Germany's largest natural gas importers, VNG, has opened an account with Gazprom Bank for payments for Russian gas under Moscow's new terms. They said you will pay in rubles. Per a Reuters report, VNG has said it will transfer the new next payment for Russian gas in euros, which will then be converted to rubles in Russia, according to the new gas payment scheme Russia announced in March in response to Western sanctions. We will pay the invoice amount, which will continue to be denominated in euros, into the accounts of Gazprom Bank in accordance with a planned procedure, so that timely payment to our supplier is ensured on our part, VNC told Reuters in a statement. We also assume that the conversion into rubles will not cause any difficulties. At least the opening of the account went completely smoothly, the company added. In April, another top Russian gas buyer from Germany, Uniper, UNIPER, signaled, I'm here, it was preparing to start paying for imports under the new terms dictated by Moscow. Well, you change, I change. The plan is to make our payments in euros to an account in Russia, a company spokesman told German media. The new terms devised for what Russia calls unfriendly countries consist of buyers having to open two accounts in Gazprom Bank, one of them in euros or dollars and one in rubles. After the buyer deposits payment for gas deliveries in the Forex account, the bank converts the sum into rubles and transfers it into the local currency account from which the payment is to be made. The European Commission has lashed out against the new payment terms, threatening European gas buyers that if they concede to them, it will violate EU sanctions against Russia. As you can see, they didn't give a flying. Paying rubles through the conversion mechanism managed by the Russian public authorities and a second dedicated account in Gazprom Bank is a violation of the sanctions and cannot be accepted. Energy Commissioner Kadri Simpson said in late April. Yeah, okay. Well, so where are we now? Where are we now? You do what the Russians said they will do because you had nothing to threaten with. You had nothing to bargain with. You had nothing on the table. But you had a big mouth and a big soul. Yes. And now you do what they say you will do. We all knew that. Only the cuckoo heads, the people below IQ 86, thought, oh, no, we're not going to pay, man. We're not. So what are you going to do? Not pay? Okay. See where that's going to get you. To pay. That's what it's going to get you. Going to get you to paying. Unbelievable how easy these things are to observe. And still, if you remember, it was about 2 weeks when it was all this every day, the mass media here in you know, the corporate mass media here was saying, no, they're not going to pay. And you have politicians coming and saying, no, that's a contract is a contract. No, they can't do this, but we can seize we'll freeze their assets, and we can use them to pay for Ukraine or for whatever. But that's okay. But these guys, no, you can't do that. Only we can punch. You can't punch back because they think they deal with Saddam or Gaddafi or the Taliban. That's why, because they dealt with those kind of countries. And those countries, poor them, could not punch back. Even Yugoslavia could not punch back. It could, but it didn't. That's the problem. The Serbians had the opportunity to do many evil stuff, and they didn't. That surprised a lot of people, but they showed restraint, I guess. So here you go. We are going to pay in rubles, as the Russian says, because what are we going to do? What are the options? So you see, the whole thing is like this. When you say something, you make sure that you follow through. You're able to. Don't use only an empty bluff, because the empty bluff is going to get you to this where you lose face. You lose face. Because some people with a memory longer than 3 minutes, we're going to hear and we're going to, oh, what? But I remember you said that you're not gonna. Oh, and I heard that you can't, that's a violation of the embargo. Oh, and those companies will be, violating the embargo. Obviously, they're doing it. So now what? Now what? Oh, the guys across the Atlantic going to go bring you liquefied natural gas? Okay. Sometime soon, in about a year, probably they will. But guess what? You're going to pay extra premium for that. Yes, it's going to be more expensive, but it's okay. It's okay. Money is not an issue because the international banking system is going to provide you with money at interest. And who's going to pay for that? The population and their children and the children of their children. But who cares? I'm right now a big politician that I'm going to, fight against the ugly Russian bear, and my country is going to descend into debt, and the standard of living is going to decrease. Good job. I love democracy. I love mass democracy. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See ya.